What is happening, guys? Jahman here, back at it again with a new video. Hope you're doing well, hope you're safe and happy. So in today's video we are revisiting a camera that stirred up some pretty strong opinions since its release, and that is the Insta360 X4. I've spent several months with this camera now, and after firmware updates, firmware patches, and a lot of field testing, I've got a few thoughts to share about what's working and what's still falling short. So let's dive in. Alright, let's start with image quality, which to me is one of the most important aspects of any camera. Now, Insta360 has definitely made some improvements with firmware updates, but even now, image quality still has some clear limitations. If you want the best possible footage from this camera, you absolutely need to shoot in 8K at 30 frames per second and in really good lighting conditions. And here's what I mean. In 8K at 30 frames per second and in bright natural light, the Insta360 X4 can capture some impressive detail. You get that sharpness and depth that makes the 360-degree footage feel immersive and vibrant. But if you switch to a lower resolution like the 5.7K or even 4K, or if your lighting conditions are anything less than ideal, whether it's a cloudy day, indoor lighting, or even during golden hour, you start to see the image quality fall apart. In these lower light or lower resolution conditions, the footage becomes grainy and you start to see noise and a loss of detail, especially around the edges. It's like the camera struggles to keep up, and instead of that smooth cinematic feel, you get something that looks choppy and muddy. For a camera marketed as a capture everything anywhere device, it's disappointing because it limits spontaneity. If you're out capturing moments on the go, you don't always have the luxury of waiting for perfect lighting or being able to bump up the settings. However, when you are editing it on a big screen or monitor, the inferior image quality is showing its limitations. But when you are editing it on a mobile device, the noise and grainy footage becomes unnoticeable. And that's the thing with this image quality. On a bigger screen, it is noticeable, yet on a smaller screen like your phone, it looks actually pretty good. Chances are that you are watching this footage right now on your phone and that the footage looks great. Now, let's talk about post-processing, which is a big part of using the Insta360 X4. The software, both on the computer and on mobile, offers a lot of powerful tools to tweak your footage and get the exact look you're after. But here's the catch. All those tools and options come with a time cost. And I'm not going to lie, post-processing takes a serious time investment. Even on my computer, which has decent specs, it's a lot to handle. And if you are editing on a mobile device, well, be prepared for some lag and battery drain. Processing high quality 8K footage with effects, reframing or color grading isn't quick. The software has definitely come a long way in terms of usability, but when you want to get every detail just right, it is definitely not a quick edit and post type of situation. You have to put in the work. I think a lot of people don't realize this upfront. Getting those cool polished 360 shots you see online takes some time, and that can be a drawback, especially if you are someone who's on the go or prefers a more streamlined editing experience. But if you're willing to put in that time, the results are genuinely impressive. You can get footage that really feels immersive, like you're right back in the moment. Alright, so image quality and post-processing can be a bit challenging, but let's not overlook what makes this camera fun. And for me, that's the whole reason to use a 360 camera, capturing everything around you without losing focus. The Insta360 X4 is all about creating immersive footage, and that's what makes it so enjoyable. Whether you are traveling, exploring your hometown, or just trying out creative shots, this camera gives you the flexibility to capture and decide on your framing later, which is honestly really cool. And I have to give Insta360 props for the user interface on the device itself. The touch controls are responsive, the menu layout is simple and intuitive, and it makes shooting feel seamless. You don't have to fumble around with complicated settings or spend ages trying to figure out how to access certain features. It just works. For anyone who's new to 360 cameras, this ease of use can really make the difference. So what's the final verdict? The Insta360 X4 has its quirks. You've got to work with it to get the best image quality, and post-processing takes some commitment. But at the end of the day, if you're into capturing the world around you in a unique and immersive way, this camera is still a lot fun to use. And once you get those shots, there's nothing quite like it. Alright, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the review or found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more tech reviews. And as always, stay safe and happy. See you in the next one. Good luck.